guest. Just have to wait. I don't know if the music's too loud. Just there's Susan's iPad, and there's Susan.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Yeah.
Good. We
Sunday
missed you.
fun day.
It better be fun.
It better be fun.
Yeah.
That sounds like a very serious fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good morning,
I'm,
Val. You know Susan, or Sue as we call her.
Yes. Yes, she does.
Nice.
Okay. What'd you do with Kirsten?
I'm right here.
Hi.
I'm trying to stay dry. It's a little drippy here.
Oh.
The sky's leaking.
Okay, let's go. Remember.
Let's go.
Up there.
It's go time.
It's go time before my mat gets too slippery.
All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Morning KOGA. Sounds like a
There's
TV show. Yeah. Good morning, Ann.
Ann.
Morning.
To get started today, we're going to bring our feet to the sides of our mats, make our feet, the sides of our feet running parallel to our mat. Let's take our breath in, and as you exhale, I'd like you to focus on lengthening. So we're going to bring an awareness of length through the body. We're going to take our baby fingers and put them on the tops of our pelvic girdle. And you're going to take your thumbs and put them on the bottoms of the rib cage. And I'd like you to try to expand those 2 points. So the baby finger tip to the thumb tip. Get as much distance and separation as that as possible. Make your chest proud. Take your gaze to the sky and then drop your chin down so that underneath runs parallel to the earth, and then pull the chin in towards the neck. Let's expand across the chest. And then let's release all our hands. Let the palms open, face forward. And as you draw your hips back, keep your spine and neck in extension. So we're not going to caving in. Nice length. Now, pull backwards so you feel the primary weight of your body, weight of your body primarily in the heels. Now take your ball of each big toe, touch it into the mat. Let's take a big breath. As you exhale, let's bring the hands forward, up, shoulder height, extend the arms. So we're not bent through the elbows, we're extended through them. Pull back a little deeper. And while we hold in this position, take a deep inhale, calming exhale. And on the next inhale, let's raise the hands up about eye level. We're not really activating anything major, just a little deeper. And then on the next inhale, stand tall. And as you exhale, swan dive. Bring your fingertips to the mat. You can bend your knees. It's not important to have a straight leg right now. We're warming up the body. Now as you inhale, extend the spine. And as you exhale, fold in. And continue to do that with your breath, inhaling and extending, and exhaling and folding. See if you can kind of increase the range of motion. Letting the chest come as close as possible to your thighs. And then when you're extending, kind of lifting up, so the touch of the fingertips gets lighter upon your mat. And then folding down. And then let's hold it in an extended position. Draw your hips backwards. Take the ball of each big toe, push it into the mat. It's not going to be easy to do that because most of the weight's posterior or in the heel. Try to straighten the legs and extend the spine and pull the back of the head to the sky and let the fingertips just kind of gently release from the mat. Not because we're letting them go, but it's because our back is extending and lifting off our arms. Take both hands, sweep them out beside the body, palms face the earth. Now, let the right hand lower to the earth. Take the left shoulder and lift it to the sky. You notice I said shoulder and not arm. Again, we talked about mobility in the shoulder joint being much greater. And therefore, we can see more movement with the arm. But we're not looking for movement of the arm. We're looking for movement in the spine. So I want you to try to lift that left shoulder a little higher and then lower the left hand. And then take the right hand out beside the body. And then elevate the right shoulder. And then lower, extend to a flat back as you inhale. Exhale, fold. As you inhale and extend, walk your hands out and step your feet back into plank pose. Let's pull your hips upward and backward to down dog. Make a concerted effort to lift your hips higher to the air. And let's today avoid any compression in the neck by making the neck long in this inverted position. In other words, in the peripheral vision, you should be able to see the sides of your arms. Now, come back to plank. Gently lower the knees. And then pull your hips backwards. Let the toes flip under so the tops of your feet are touching your mat. And let's walk the hands forward as we pull our tailbone backwards. Let's take a couple of breaths. And while we're here, we began this warm-up process. We need to kind of set an intention for today, right? A governance for how we work our body. Let's come back up into all fours. Let's take the right hand, reach it forward. Palm faces to the center line of the body, which means your thumb is pointing up at the sky. Let's take the toes of the left foot and push them along the mat, all the way back. So the leg is extended straight with toes upon the earth. Then come back to all fours. And let's do that the opposite side. Left hand sticks out, palm facing center line, toes push back along the mat, leg extends straight, and then come back to all fours. Let's check in a little bit with our positioning with hands under shoulders. Bring the hands a little wider than our shoulders and bring the knees a little wider than our hips. We have a very broad stance, hands and knees. Let's take the right hand, reach it out beside the body and extend the arms straight. Palm's going to face the earth. Now let's pull your body to the right. So you feel more weight in the right knee than you do on the left side of the body. And while we hold in that position, I'd like you to take your right shoulder and lift it to the sky. And then return right hand. Take the left hand out. Shift the weight left. So most of the weight is in that left knee. Take the left shoulder and reach it to the sky. And then lower. Come back to all fours. Distribute the weight equally on all 4 points of your stance. And this time, shift the weight to the left. Take your right arm out beside the body. And now in 2 movements simultaneously, I'd like you to raise the right shoulder and shift the body right simultaneously. And then lower and switch. And lower and switch. So we are translating our body from side to side, bringing that weight across. And as we return back to our quadruped position, we're going to work now on stabilizing the movement a little differently. So our hips and shoulders are going to remain in place, which means we're not translating left or right. They're going to be right in the same spot that they are. And you're going to take your right hand and elevate, and then take your right shoulder and then rotate. And you'll feel a different type of activation, more through the core part of our body, through the trunk. And then let's return back down. So that core recruitment is important for stabilizing our movement. Take the left hand out, raise the left shoulder. And then return back to all fours. We're going to come up off the hands by walking them forward and come into our plank pose. Pull your hips up and back. Let's drive the heels earthward just to feel a nice release through the calf. Push high into the toes and drive the heels back earthward. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Exhale, fold back down. Let's inhale and extend to a flat back. And then take the left foot, sweep it back, and then lift it up and into the air. A single leg balance pose. Of course, our balance is assisted by the touch of our hands. Try to take the right leg and make it as straight as you can. And then lower the left foot. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Let's get that muscle chain of the back once again active. Take the right foot back this time. Extend, lift up, and then take the bend out of the left knee. Push your hip high to the sky. So big activation on all those posterior muscles. And if you don't, let's drift the back. Feel that nice pull and lengthening there of the muscle. Let's lower the right foot. Keep folded. Pull the hips back. Extend to a flat back as you inhale. Exhale, fold down. Bend both knees. Lower that booty as you inhale. Sweep the arms to the sky as we come up. Hi, everybody. As you inhale, extend. As you exhale, let's lower the elbows, shoulder height. Now, let's take our elbows and pull back so we have a very strong activation across the back of the shoulders themselves. And while we work to find expansion across the chest and the back, I'd like you to lower the hands by simply rotating through the shoulder joint. So we're not using any flexion in the palms itself. We have the hands extended straight out from the arms, and we have those elbows pulled back nicely. Now, let's lower the elbows into the body. Raise back up. Rotate the palms to face forward. Push the hands to the sky. Draw the elbows back and down shoulder height. Rotate the palms to be shoulder height. Lower the elbows into the body. You get the motion, right? Elbows up, shoulder height. Palms rotate to face forward. Hands push to the sky, and continue to do that. Let's work your breathing into this. Inhaling upon raising motions, exhaling when you come to a spot. Inhale, raise, exhale, inhale, up. Let's continue to do this for a few more repetitions using our breath. All right, let's bring hands over heart. Pull back the hips, fold halfway forward. Extend the arms all the way out, palms face. As you inhale, give me a proud chest, keep it proud. Pull the belly button up and into the spine. On your next exhale, fold forward, step back to plank pose. Increasing the intensity of our work. Let's do a push-up. Knees are optional. Push back up, pull up and back to down dog. In the down dog position, lower your knees to hover above your mat. Come back to your plank pose. Pull up and back to down dog. Hover the knees. Come back to plank. Pull up and back to down dog. Knees hover. Plank. Up and back down dog. Knees hover and hold. Enjoy this work. Extend the spine, extend the neck. Come back to plank pose. Give me a push up. Pull up and back to down dog. Take a few breaths. Great work. Let's take your left foot and lift it to the sky and step it forward, being framed by your hands. Let's take an opportunity to reset this position. I'm going to bring our feet about hip width apart, so left to right. Now, fingertips gently upon the earth. We're extending through the spine and reducing the weight into the hands, or weight of our body into the hands. We're reducing that as we extend. Keep extending. Now, as we extend from the hips, I'd like you to try to unhinge. Give me a chest that's proud. Take the hands that are back. We have a huge forward lean. Now, take the bend out of the front knee. We're still up on the toes of the back foot. Let's use your fingers to pull the arms long. Keep that chest proud. Hollow out your belly. Extend the spine. Inhale. Exhale, sweep the hands forward, palms turn to face, thumbs pull to the sky. We're trying to remain lengthened through the arms, not bent through the elbows. Now, release the hands down, sweep the hands back, open the palms to face the earth. Let's take your thumbs and try to rotate them. Now, if your hips have started to fall to the earth like mine, I want you to be more conscious and push heel of the front foot. Front knee is virtually straight. Take the hands forward, palms turn to face. Raise those hands up. Exhale, fold over that front leg. Step it back to plank. Push up. Add a second push up in. Why not? More is more, right? Hips pull up and back now. Down dog. Right leg elevates. Step that right foot forward, framed by the front hands. Extend the spine. Keep extending the spine to the fingertips are just lightly touching your mat. Once again, with stance, feet are hip width apart. Even though they're separated front to back, there's still a wide stance. Extend a little more, the fingertips just gently rise off the earth. Keep extending, pull the hands back. Proud chest. Now, if your upper body is caving in, give me something that's more pronounced. Push your chest forward, raise through the head, pull the back of the head towards the back of the body. Palms are facing forward. Time to get rid of the bend in the front knee. Straighten it. Keeping that forward lean. Sweep the hands forward, palms turn to face. Thumbs pull the arms to the sky. Sweep the hands back, palms turn to face the earth. Rotate the thumbs all the way around. See if you can get your palms facing away from the body. Inhale, hands sweep forward. Thumbs pull to the sky. Pull those arms long. On the exhale, fold over that front leg, step it back, plank pose. Hover low. Hover high. Hover low. Hover high. 3 times the charm. Down, up. Did you get the progression? 1, 2, and 3. Pull your hips up and back. Sue got it because she's such a good counter. Pull your hips high to the sky. Drive your heels to the earth. Come back to your plank pose. Lower the knees. Pull the hips back. This time, keep your toes tucked under. So we're going to make a wedge with the body. We're going to keep the hips relatively high. And our hands are going to be the low point of the wedge. Extend the spine as you inhale. Pull the back of the head away from the earth. Pull the hips higher to the sky. Walk the hands forward a little more. This is a decompression pose here. We're going to decompress the vertebrae of the spine. So we're going to basically pull the hips backwards. Now that we've elevated them, I want to use the opportunity to create length in the spine by pulling the hips back while our hands anchor the pose. And let's walk hands under shoulders. Let's do a couple cat-cows. On our own pace. Don't worry, it's the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
Just getting the flexibility, articulating the vertebrae of the spine, lubricating those joints. So come back to a neutral spine. Toes remain tucked under. We're going to elevate the knees. So in this is bear pose, we're going to maintain the slight elevation off the earth of the knees. And simultaneously, together, it's a togetherness thing. We're going to take the left knee and right hand and move them both 3 inches forward. This is called walking the bear. We're going to do the same with the left side. So now both hands and both knees are back equal, and there's spacing and their position on our body. Let's take the right hand, left knee, 3 inches each, left side 3, right side 3, and left side 3. And we got you to the front of the mat, that 3 inches forward becomes 3 inches back. So 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. How do you like the number 3? It's a great number. Now, walk the hands forward, plank, pull up and back, down dog. Left leg lifts. Step the foot, framed by the hands. Extend to a flat back. Let's take the right foot, drop that right heel to the earth. And let's bring the hands forward. And then the right arm sweeps back. Left palm faces the earth, as does the right. Now, we're going to come down into this pose and let that left knee kind of push forward over the toes is fine. Most importantly now, I'd like you to try to maintain length for the spine so we're not like flexing through it. We have a relatively straight spine and we're hip hinging as opposed to spinal flexing. Let's lean forward and then keep that left arm elevated. Take the left hand, reach it to the sky, And now we're going to take spine into flexion. Sweep the left hand to the sky as you inhale. Pull the fingers of that left hand to the sky. Whoops. Yeah, don't do what I just did. Now, sweep the hands, frame the front foot, come up in the toes of the back foot, step that back foot back, pull up and back, sorry, that front foot back, pull up and back to down dog. How do you step the back foot back? It's already there. Now pull your hips high to the sky. I know, it's a philosophical question. Heels to the earth, right leg lifts, right foot steps forward. Left heel finds its grounding on the earth. Sweep the hands forward. Right hand sweeps forward, sorry, remains forward. Left hand sweeps back. Take the right knee, push it forward. Beautiful. Remember, not about spinal flexion. The integrity of strength in the spine is true. It's nice and straight right now. Right palm flips. Here's with the flexion now. Sweep the hand up. Inhale, pull the fingers to the sky. Feel length growing through the spine. Avoid compression. Although the left side is good, shortened, the right side should be longer. Focus on that length. Lengthen, inhale, exhale, sweep. Frame that front foot. As you step up in the toes of the back, take the right foot back to plank pose. Progression. Hover low, hover high, hover low, hover high, hover low, hover high, hover low, hover high. Finally made it past the number 3. You're welcome. Push high into the toes, sorry, pull up and back to down dog. Push high to the toes. Drive the heels to the earth. Walk your feet forward. Keep in that folded position. Inhale as you extend to a flat back. As you exhale, fold back down. As we come out of this folded position, we're going to do this with a little bit of finesse. Let's lower your butt. Now, while you work to keep your butt lower, see if you can get like a 90-degree bend in your knees, or your best version of it. I know we all have limitations and we want to avoid pain. So I want you to kind of govern your limitation here. Find that effort. If your gluteals have started to burn a little bit, that's good. That's muscle being active. Now, keep the butt down. Unhinged through the hips. Chest proud, hands heart. If you've closed with your shoulders forward, expand them wide if you want to. Hands push forward. Separate them wider than shoulder width. Keep the palms facing. Lower your butt just a little more. Keep your upper body long. So try to minimize the amount of hip flexion of the upper body folding in. We want the upper body tall as we lower it a little deeper. Feel those thighs. Good. Now stand tall. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hands heart. Left foot steps back. I have to grab some water. Cheers. Now, toes, we're up on them on the back foot. The ball of that back foot, the big toe, sorry, the ball of the big toe on that back foot. I'd like you to make an effort to rotate it onto the mat. And if it's already there, that's great. We're going to unhinge through that front hip. So I'd like you to try to get vertical. Now, this is when I want you to be mindful of lower back compression. As we unhinge, if we are arching, I want you to avoid that, right? If we want to create length. Remember how we did that earlier in class? Fingertips, the thumb, baby finger, finding that distance. Keep that nice and active. Take your Left hand, push it forward, sweep it to the sky. Right hand's just floating. Now, pull the arm long and grow the body. Now, take the left hand across the midline of the body. Try to grow the arm long. We're not bending for the elbow. And try to use the fingers to pull arm and shoulder and that whole left side skyward. Come back. Bring hands back over heart. Now, take the fingertips, bring them together. So you're like cupping. Like there's a ball in between the fingers. Let's push the fingertips and thumbs together. Extend the arms out straight. Take the torso. So I can move arms without moving torso. I want you to move the torso and rotate to the right. Probably about a 12-inch movement, maybe more, maybe less. Don't try to make it more with the arms. Try to make it more with the trunk turning. Rotate right, center, inhale as you rotate, and exhale as you center. Keep it going. Keep the fingers compressing, keep those arms long, keep the gaze forward, proud chest, wide expanded through the shoulders and back. Hold in the center. Is that right cheek burning? That's muscle building. Now, release the hands, fold forward. Kirsten says, I'm done with this position. Step the leg back. Oh, shake it out if you need to. Now you're in a plank pose. Pull up and back to down dog. Drive your heels to the earth. Push up to the toes. Walk your feet forward. Keep folded. Lower your butt. Lower it a little deeper. Lower it a little more. Take your hands, sweep them forward. Elevate them shoulder height. You're in a squat-like position. Kind of right back where we started from, only this time, your right leg probably feels like it wants to give a little bit of a break. It's okay. Sink the hips lower. Sink the hips a little lower. Nice. As you inhale, stand tall. As you exhale, hands heart. Right foot steps back. Oops. I'm leaking. Sharing is caring. Thank you. I forgot where I was now. What were we doing? Oh, yes, we're gonna decompress. So let's take the upper body, and as we unhinge through the hips, take the right hand, reach it to the sky. Let the left hand just hang out. Now, as you inhale, lengthen. So watch, I'm literally like pulling my body long from the right side. Pull, pull, pull. Keep the positional awareness. Keep the decompression real. As you come back, hands over heart. Cup the fingers. Push into each other. Extend the hands forward. You'll notice there's a lean to my body. It's very important now that we've gone from an upright position to a leaning in position. As you inhale, rotate left. Exhale, come back center. Continue to do this. Take the bend out of both knees. It's okay to wobble. As we come back to the center position, inhale, exhale, fold over that front leg, step it back, plank pose. Pull up and back to down dog. I thought I heard someone beside me say, thank God. Pull your hips high to the sky. Drive your heels to the earth. Do that again and again. Great opportunity. Now we got a lot of blood flow into those hamstring and gluteals to kind of work the lengthening of them. Now, hold your heels in the down position. Keep pushing the heels towards the earth as you lower your knees towards the earth. Feel the opening in the underside of your foot. Let's just gently bring your knees all the way down and extend the hands forward by walking with the fingers. Pull the back of the head so that your peripheral vision sees the side of your arms. Pull it up. Pull back with the tailbone. Let's take a couple more breaths. And as you walk your hands back underneath your shoulders, let the upper body or your chest kind of sink down. The head fall. Pull from the center of the spine. Push your chest to the earth. Pull the back of the head to the sky. And try not to rise out of your shoulders. Try not to push with the arms. Try to just be active in those shoulder joints without pushing out. And then come back to a neutral spine. Let's pull back the hips and extend the legs forward. As we step them forward, we're in our seated position. Big yay. Don't worry, there's lots of work left. Lots of work left. All right, now let's bring the feet a little wider than hip width apart. Let's rotate the knees in to face each other. And then one vertebrae at a time, try to slowly lower your upper body onto your mat.
Are your knees touching?
You've rotated them in. They don't have to touch. It's more about rotating inward. If you can keep them touching, all the better. And if they don't touch, that's fine. All right, so our toes have the same kind of inward rotation, but they're separated wider than hip width apart. Or I mean, our heels and toes. So the heels are wide. Take the hands above the head. Lift them all the way back. I have to go through my plants. Elbows, and we're going to take them out beside the body. Try to maintain them about shoulder height. Your shoulder blades might be doing some funky things. Try to find as best you can a way to flatten out the shoulder blades so you're not like feeling any particular part of them pushing into the back of your mat, into the mat itself. We have a 90-degree bend in the elbows. We're doing this in a standing position earlier. Now we're going to kind of change the movement of this a little bit. I want you to keep your thighs working to come together or stay together, and then let the palms rotate down towards the earth, your mat. Now, if you feel something in the back kind of change, like your shoulders have lifted from the earth, I want you to try to avoid doing that. So I want you to come as far forward as you can without allowing any real change in the shoulder blade or shoulder itself. We're just going to hang out here for a couple of bits. This is a stretch. Hollow out your belly. Bring your hands back over, all the way back. So you just flip them all the way, keeping the 90-degree bend in the elbows. Keep those thighs together. They should be burning a little bit of vibration, hopefully. Come back up with the hands. Come all the way forward as far as you allow. You'll notice that maybe hanging out here a little bit, you get a little more range of motion. That's your shoulders opening up a little bit. Don't force it. This is not a situation of more is more. You want to achieve more by doing less. We want the muscles to kind of relax and open. And then come back up, push your hands to the sky, rotate your palms to face, pull your knees up and into the chest, and then wrap the knees with your hands, pull them into the body, circle out both knees, circle down, circle together, and bring them back up into the center of the body. Bring your forehead up to touch the knees. Relax your head back to the earth. Pull your knees out, pull them down, pull them in, pull them up, bring the forehead up to meet the knees. As you bring your head back to the earth, bring your knees towards your butt. We're going to reverse the circle. Open, pull forward, bring together, and then do that all over again. My knees are too big. Now pull your forehead up to meet your knees, rock and roll your body forward to back, come up to a seated position, nice. Extend the legs all the way out. Separate them hip width apart. Staff pose. We're having a staff meeting right now. Does anyone have any complaints they'd like to address? Yeah, no, okay. So staff pose, this is where we have flexion in the hips, we have extension through the legs, we have extension through the vertebrae of the spine, and we're trying to avoid flexion. We're trying to create a decompression. As we lengthen the spine, try lengthening the neck. Take the chin, drop it down so underneath is parallel, pull it into the body. Beautiful. Take the hands, put the fingers on the back of the hands on the floor so the palms are facing up. Now pull your shoulders up. Take your elbows, pull them backwards. And then let it all just kind of lower down with the muscles of the back remaining active. Palms are still facing the sky. Make your chest proud. And simultaneously pull your belly button in towards the spine. Now that's everyone relax everything. And then reconfigure this. So pull your belly button in, make your chest proud, make your spine long, keep the belly button pulling in, focus the length and energy of the body, focus the length and energy of the body, focus it, try to make it longer, keep it energized. Nice. Now, adding some movement into this, bring your hands over heart from the base of your spine, the tailbone. Start to C curve the spine, keep your belly button pulling in, sucking out. Oh, slowly down, one vertebrae at a time. You can use towel for assistance. You can keep your knees bent. You can do whatever you need to do to make that work. One vertebrae at a time. Take the back of the head off the earth. The chin rotates down towards the chest. You pull the shoulders up slowly. You can hear me grunting to get this back up. Coming all the way into our extended staff pose. Nice and long through the spine. Try not to crane with that neck. Please try to be long, long, long. And now we're going to C curve and come back down one more time. Slowly, slowly. Nice. And then come back up. What goes down must come up. Slowly, 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 all the way up. Proud chest, push your hands forward, shoulder height, palms are facing. Take the right hand, raise it to the sky, switch sides. Yeah. Now, rotate the palms, pull the elbows back so they're shoulder height. Beginning to look like an exercise we did earlier. Open the palms to face forward, keep the 90-degree bend in the elbows. Try to rotate through a little deeper. Now come forward, down, keep the elbows up, shoulder height. Lower, lower, lower. Proud chest. What happened to that chest of yours? All the way back up, back, back, back. Lower down, proud chest. Extend the spine. All right, bring hands over heart. Gently lower down, one vertebrae at a time. I'm still actively working. Beautiful.
4 minutes.
I'm leaking all over. I'm leaking into my eyes. Thank you, Sue. All right.
This feels pretty good. Take your time.
Kirsten said, this feels pretty good. Take your time. All right, let's bring our feet onto the mat, slightly positioned forward. So the heels of our foot are slightly positioned forward of the knees. Let's bring the thighs together. So our feet remain separated and our thighs are together. Nice. Now, hollow out your belly. See if you can kind of make the low back connect to the earth as you hollow out the belly. Take your hands, reach them above your head, extend them all the way back. All the way back, yeah. Hollow out the belly. Push a little higher. Squeeze those thighs a little more. And then gently lower down. Forehead up to meet the knees. Turn the feet back to their position. Bring the thighs back together. Extend the hands up and back. Work to squeeze your thighs. Raise your butt. Oops. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Elevate a little higher. Lower back down. Pull the knees up and into the chest. Forehead meets the knees. Now, rock and roll forward to back. Extend the right leg forward. Bring the bottom of the left foot in towards the leg. Doesn't have to get there. It could be in any spot. I have different flexibility than others, and whatever's best for you. I'm going to take the body as we square to the front leg. I like to take the heel of that front foot and push it forward so you feel a nice connection of the back of the leg, calf muscle. I'm going to take the left hand, and I'm going to start to walk it forward towards the left foot. And I like to try to extend the spine as you walk forward with the hand. Keep the spine in extension, and if you can, bring that left hand over to the right side as opposed to the correct side, the right side of that right foot. And if you can, continue walking it away from the body. And then walk it back. And when you return to center, switch legs. These are all stretches that you can do at any time during your day. I'm going to walk the right hand forward. Now, watch my spine. We're going to extension as we walk forward the hand. We're going to work on the spinal extensors. The reason is we want to activate specific muscles while we inhibit the use of others. So we get a more powerful stretch. Take the right hand to the left side of that left foot. Continue to walk it away from the body. Yeah. Come back center. Bring both legs to cross. Bring your hands over heart as you inhale and fill your lungs with air. Let me thank you for your great participation today, and I appreciate you all being here. Namaste. Namaste.
That's good.
Woo. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mark, and Val, and Anne, and Sue.
Good morning.
Hello.
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 Where's everybody?
Good. Hi, Mark.
How was Muskoka, Susan?
It was amazing. It was amazing. It was great. Linda's place is super. It took me 11 and a half hours to get there.
Oh,
Supposed to be 6, but there was an accident ahead. They closed the road for like 6 hours in the
On Highway
park
11 or 400?
on Highway 60 through Algonquin Park.
Oh,
Oh,
you
yeah.
went a different way.
So my brother
Over the
searched
top.
it out. Yeah, my detour was 3.5 hours. There
mm,
was, I think he was a drunk driver, and there are 4 cars that smashed, and they had the reconstruction, the accident.
Wow.
So I was half an hour from Linda's, and then I had to go another 4 hours away.
What
Anyway,
was it like seeing the Olympian?
oh, wow.
she looks great. I was so excited.
That's
Great. Wait do you see the medal? Wait do you feel the medal? It's like 3 pounds.
Wow.
So cool. Yeah, she was fantastic. I think she had a nice, I mean, she's exhausted. Right? But
Came to
Linda's,
Florida, but she's only here for 48 hours and then she's leaving to go play ball in the Midwest.
well, she's going to San Diego only because I know. We
Oh.
wished you were here, Kirsten, but next year for sure, you guys. She's leaving for San Diego this afternoon. They're flying her in. She had a job offer at San Diego State University
Yeah, that I know.
for assistant softball coach, but it looks like they've told her, we're not going to fly anyone else in, so just tell us if we're close. So they're flying her this afternoon. That's why she's leaving, and then she's coming back back to Florida for 3 days. Then she goes for her 6 weeks already up to Chicago to play.
Okay.
So
That's cool.
only because I know, because I've been living with it.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
Did they
she's
stay with you?
They did. They stayed. We had 3 nights here. I drove back with Victoria, and my brother took his motorcycle. Yeah.